So it's a remarkable experience. The beauty of the landscape, the experience of working with animals and some of the most incredible horses in the world.
Somebody once told me you cannot make good memories unless you go out and do something to remember, and this is one of them.
It's just the best place ever. Just love it. That's why I keep coming. Can't help myself.
Hello, my name is Nik Wood. Some of you who've seen some of my previous films will already know that I worked as a correspondent and presenter with TV and radio, the British Broadcasting Corporation, for many years. I came here as a guest at the TX Ranch, fell in love with the place and made some films about it. And thank you so much for the tens of thousands of you who have made hits on that on YouTube and social media from around the world. And many of you have come here as a result. The Tillett family said, we've got some new tents, we're doing a few new things on the ranch, why not come back? No contest, I was coming back anyway. So I'm going to introduce you to some of those now, but best of all, the news is that some changes may have taken place, but what hasn't changed is the warmth and skill of the Tillett family with their guests and with these magnificent horses, and the friendliness of those guests, some of whom are here for the first time, but most of whom, like me, come back year after year after year.
I'm just finishing my 13th visit to the TX Ranch. I came out here for the Western experience, and ended up being developing a family experience. The family of the Tilletts and the family, particularly this week, friends I've ranched with before. It's a remarkable experience. The beauty of the landscape, the experience of working with animals and some of the most incredible horses in the world. So it becomes a habit.
Been coming here for around about 16 years now, and it's just the best place ever. I just love it. And the scenery, the people, especially the people, letting us, ride when we want to ride. Don't have to ride if we don't have to. Just love it. That's why I keep coming. Can't help myself. Just do a week, go home. 3 days later, I want to come back. So it's a lovely place.
The guests come and work on a commercial working ranch. That's the number one part of this ranch. And they get to see kind of the way it was done years ago, but still a good ranch that is here to market beef.
So what can you expect on a typical week or day at the TX? Well, it's pretty much up to you. You are offered a minimum of 6 full days of riding. Beginners or intermediates may go on scenic rides over shorter distances than more experienced riders, but you don't have to ride every day. You'll always be involved in moving cattle, and in the weeks when the drive-in and out to the ranch takes place, there'll be big herds driven over long distances. Then a typical day will involve gathering cows from their grazing areas, often on beautiful higher ground, and driving them to a mustering area where they'll be roping, branding, ear tagging, vaccination, or castration and dehorning. But again, nobody has to do this work or wrestle calves. But I have to say, it's great fun if you do, and amazing for your fitness. Hip and Loretta's daughter, Desiree, or Des Tillett as she's known, has trained with the internationally renowned horsemanship instructor and clinician Ken McNabb, who holds colt clinics at the TX, and guests can join in.
We start the cutting when we start trailing cows off Crooked Creek into here, which is about a 25 to 30 mile drive, depending on what part of Crooked Creek we pick them up on. And you have to cut a cow and a calf to where you're not losing the mother from the calf. And you trail them in, and at that time, the next day or so, you get the calves branded. And everybody kind of always has fun doing the branding.
This is branding the calves, but also inoculating them for various diseases. So it might look a little bit tough on them, but actually in the long run, it's good for their health. Not everybody has to do this. You don't have to be strong. As you can see there, lots of people are a bit smaller, maybe not as strong as Jean-Pierre here, or Tip. It's an easy job. You have to do it.
of life on the
When we come here, it's a real job for a cowboy. That means that you can do everything as a real cowboy, and it's very fantastic. You have to go to pick and to catch the cow and the cave, and it's a fabulous job.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
The old-fashioned way of doing things has its good things too, and it gives everybody a chance to kind of relive the Old West, you might say.
And Buffalo Jim, and Jim Buffalo, now you didn't know. Jimmy, here's your last cigarette.
After a long day in the saddle, well, it's great to be able to hunker on down in the warm and cosy surroundings of the TX Cookhouse. They serve breakfast here. In this case, dinner is being eaten there, and you can sit around, play cards, exchange stories, in Hip Tillet's case, extremely tall stories, and you can play the guitar and sing along. And the week I was there was a lot of talent around.
Buffalo used to say, be what you are.
It was a life dream. I wanted to go in the Montana when I was young, and I wanted to live the life of cowboy here and feel free, just free, without any cars, any road. If you are afraid even to come alone, it's not a problem, because you will meet people here and it's a huge experience.
Please come home, as the grass is green and the buffalo roam. Come see Jimmy, you Uncle Jimmy.
One important aspect of your stay here on the TX Ranch is to ensure that for the guests who come here, they get the right type of horse. Matching the right horse to the right rider is important from an enjoyment perspective, but also from a safety point of view. And all those guests comment on how skillful the Tillett family are in doing exactly that.
Just the beautifully run, beautifully kept horses, just everything you could ever want if that's what you want to do.
What I like is you can choose your horse. Hip says to you, what's your riding ability? And I was a little bit underconfident, wanted to come out here and gain more riding confidence really. And he gave me the most loveliest quiet horse on the first day and then said, you want to move up a bit? Which was great really, yeah.
Okay, can you tell me about your riding?
I've been riding since I was about 7, so I don't know.
I just try and match up a horse to a guest's ability to ride, and also there's personality conflict in there at different times. Sometimes you'll have a good horse for that type of a rider, but the personality's not there, so you just change horses, and we have horses for just about every type of rider, and eventually I'll come up with a good horse that everybody gets along with.
Des and Hip and Sam know what they're doing. They'll put you on the right horse, and the best thing about Western riding is a very relaxed, so you don't need to sort of be prim and proper. You can relax and the horse will just go better. So that's the first thing I'll say. So if you want to learn how to ride and you want to come be a cowboy, then this is perfect. But also I think it's probably one of the best holidays I've been on in terms of switching off. You're here and kind of time just goes by and it's lovely.
The horses are phenomenal. They are anything from a beginner, if you are strictly a weekend rider or just want to learn horses and be out there, they have horses to accommodate that, clear up to very challenging horses. And what they say is true about coming on board at one stage, and when you leave, you'll be at a different stage in your riding capabilities, no doubt.
Boy, you sure missed the track when you never came back. She's the perfect professional's wife.
I've met probably 40 to 50 people on these trips, and a wide range from, seems like every country, every age bracket, every profession, from pastors to lawyers to shop owners to moms. And man, everybody's done it. Everybody's hopped on and been encouraged by the crew here, as well as the other people that are here doing the trip with them. And it's been amazing to see people that thought they could never do it hop on and get through a whole week, and it's a very satisfying experience.
Every day it's a new dream because we are going in different way, in different area, and we are doing different things. Always we are working with horses and with cattle. It's very interesting.
They've never spent spring on the Great Divide, and they've never heard old Camp Christine sing.
I think it's a lot of fun being able to meet, you know, people from all over the place and go and do the work that we do, and, you know, at the end of the day feel good about it and accomplish something and have everyone, you know, watch everyone have a good time.
Well, my week is almost over. I like to finish my video reports where I started them, here at the corral. The weather's been amazing. We've had a fantastic experience in the valleys, up on the higher areas. My horsemanship skills, which aren't great, have improved no end. Am I a cowboy yet? Absolutely not. I'm a Brit wearing a cowboy hat. Will I be back next year? Absolutely. And if you want to share the TX Ranch experience, it's really easy. Here are the website details. Give Loretta Tillett a call on the phone. She'll talk you through everything you need to know and about how to get here. So, as I've said, I'll be back next year. I might see you there. Bye for now.
We expected to at least have a good time and spend time on horses, and it's been beyond expectations. The view and the sceneries and the people and the landscape and just everything about it is, pictures will not do it justice. You know, we take lots of pictures, but the best you can do is soak it in. Somebody once told me you cannot make good memories unless you go out and do something to remember, and this is one of them.